Hi, Rash Decision.
Hello.
Nice one. Hello, peeps. Yeah, pretty good. So you guys have just finished your set. How do you think that went?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was sweaty and loud and foggy.
Yeah.
Smelled like chips.
Mate, it actually reeks in that room, but like in a positive, like nice way. It's very like, I feel like I'm home.
Like punk BO.
Yeah.
Like dirty leather jackets.
Yeah.
Dirty dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Chips.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, rude. Although I do have to say, I have been told that from a past Rash Decision interview that I should supposedly present a token to you.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and that's for you, my dear. That's what having a good fucking humour does to you. It keeps fucking repeating on itself. Nice. Hey.
I'll just turn it round.
Yeah, show the label.
Yeah. Just in case you don't like enough of it.
Label. We haven't got any of the label.
Amazing.
Oh, could you imagine an endorsement with Chappie? I mean, like, because Mesa are offended, they won't give us it. So
Dog food. Feed your canines.
Wouldn't go down well with the vegans of the punk
no,
scene.
but vegans love dogs, so
So true.
So-
What dogs like, you know. I want the dogs to be happy.
Yeah.
Happy if I ever seen one.
exactly.
Keep it there for a while.
Nice.
That's the whole India now.
Well, anyway, on that subject, so you guys had a new album come out after lockdown. How has that been received so far?
Good. To be honest, it came out in I want to say February of last year. Thank you.
Yes.
But it was a long time coming because we spent a long time writing it, and then we recorded it, and then during that period of time, the pressing delays were insane as well. So we've been kind of living and breathing these songs for at least 3 years now.
Yeah, it's
a lot
old
of them.
for you.
For us, it's getting a bit. Yeah, it's getting a bit that way. But no, it was received really well. Everyone seems to be quite happy with it. I'm really happy with how it came out. Although it was kind of like forced upon us to spend more time writing and less time playing. As a result, it's been nice to have like a proper full-length kind of 35-minute thing.
Yeah, mint.
I'll fucking never do it again. But
Yeah.
it's nice to have done it that one time, you know. So.
Yeah, it's fine. You can learn from that. It's good.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you've also just come off a European tour, like literally like last fucking week. How? Do you want to just squish in a bit more because I've got
Simon.
short
I'll
arms.
take this
It's okay. We're all gonna bask in each other's musks. It's fine. It's all good. But oh, don't, man. Let's not add to it.
I'm a scumbag, but I'm not that much of a scumbag.
Yeah.
I work in a charity shop. Yeah, I got appearances to keep up.
That musk does not need to be added to. Like, oh my god, this does not need dog food in the mix.
It's not going to make things any worse, though, is it?
No,
really?
so true.
Just an additional flavour we don't need.
So true. But yeah, how did the European tour go?
Well, we went to Romania, and then we did 2 dates in Bulgaria.
Okay.
So it was just a little
Eastern European kind of vibe.
Courtesy of our good friend Matt Pumpkin. We've been a Pumpkin Records band.
Yeah, man.
To our bones from the OG from the beginning. Back when it was just Dave and a bunch of Anonymous, and
Originally, this band was a 2-piece, like back in the day. And then it became a 4-piece and things. But like, the Temporary Worker was the one that came out in 2009 or 10, and that was like the first sort of Pumpkin release. And Pumpkin have continuously sort of supported us since then. And Matt, who runs Pumpkin with some other people, he's moved out to Bulgaria and he cuts records out there and does a lot of mastering and stuff.
Nice.
And he invited us out there to play these shows. So he booked them. He gave us a driver. There was a van there.
Shout out to Skip.
Yeah.
Our boy Skip.
He's our new dad. He's definitely our new dad.
Yeah.
What a hero. He literally just didn't wink about driving. He was completely fine.
He was.
Exposure within the first day if it weren't for Skip, you know.
Yeah. It's good to have a punk dad. That's always
like,
needed.
He's like our new best friend, and he was like guitar. Like we had these guitars that were given to us because we couldn't take them on the flights and things. And it's like, oh, this guitar needs a bit of work, and he just gets out this case and starts working on it. It's like, fuck, we've got a guitar tech.
Like
as well.
a human penknife, like.
So
He was very helpful. I had a bad headache, and he was like, oh, I just so happened to have 2 paracetamol left over. I was like, amazing.
What a guy.
And then after we finished in Romania, he was like, oh, I'll just drive you back through the border to Bulgaria because it'd be easier to do it through the night.
Yeah.
We were like, you sure? And he was like, yeah, it's fine. So he just drove us through the night, got back at whatever the time was, walked up a little goat alley to our shack. It was amazing. It was well funny.
And one night I couldn't sleep. He wrapped me up in
And
a
he
blanket.
cuddled you,
He swaddled me.
spooned you.
He fed me a little
Yeah,
bottle.
yeah, that's so nice.
It wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, so we had our fair share of real difficulties on that tour. I mean, Simon will tell you about the apple flaps.
Right, yeah, right. So,
Okay.
so
I'm
I
intrigued.
bought some snackos, right?
Okay.
Like mini apple pies. I call them apple flaps because the one time in the Netherlands I saw it labelled as an apple flap, and I thought that's quite funny.
That is funny.
Like, you know, flap is funny. It's a funny word. So I had some apple flaps in a little plastic bag and a bag of crisps.
Yeah.
On the side.
Yeah, on the side. Put it on the counter. I was like, in the morning, breakfast, apple flaps.
Yeah,
Lunch,
nice.
crisps, sorted.
Banging.
Wake up in the morning.
That's a good nutritional balanced meal.
Yeah.
There.
Little did he know, he being me, that there was a cat called Crumb who was going to sneak in and eat all my flaps.
Oh, mate.
And so he ate half the apple flaps. The other ones he just desecrated. I was like, "Fucking cheers!" And you iconoclast.
Yeah.
And then like just crumbs had left crumb everywhere, and there were a big puddle of piss they call it.
Yeah.
And then later on in the day I opened my crisps, and he'd also eaten my crisps.
Oh my God.
There was a little hole.
This cat has thumbs. What the fuck?
There was a little hole, and he had like.
Oh yeah.
It reminded me of that bit in There Will Be Blood where Matey was like, drainage! Because I opened up the bag, I was like, where's my crisps?
Oh my God.
He just
wow.
got in there.
Yeah.
He drank my milkshake, but my flaps and crisps.
Oh mate.
Yeah, so that ruined the tour for me, and I nearly got an early flight. Never
Nearly
recovered.
quit punk as it is.
Yeah, I was
That's
like,
the real
I'm too
injustice
good
going
for
on in the
this.
scene is cats fucking eating fucking crisps and shit.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh yeah, I love cats. All cats are beautiful.
Yeah.
Not Crumb.
Yeah.
He owes me 3 flaps and
Absolute
half a
dickheads.
bag of fucking paprika flavored.
Fucking owes me money, bitch.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
and I got his piss on my sock.
Mate, you don't want to be chatting to fucking TNS Records a lot about that because they'll fucking defend cats to the end of the earth.
Well, wait till they meet Crumb and they eat their flaps, and then they might change their tune. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Fair.
I like Crumb. He was all right.
It's good to have a balanced.
The trick was
opinion.
not to have flaps in the first place.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that my flaps are in danger.
It was placed on the side.
Yeah.
To be fair.
I didn't
You
know.
You didn't really know.
Later, that side of the cabinet was where he feeds Crumb generally, so that's where he just pile it on the top and Crumb come eat it. So
Maybe it was
the cat
kind
was
of
like,
your fault.
What a treat!
Yeah.
6 flaps and a bag of crisps.
Oh my God.
Prick.
It was like, that's my whole day of nutrition gone
Yeah,
there.
he was laughing,
Yeah.
and I was grumbling.
They are smug twats, cats, to be
Yeah.
fair.
Crumb
I
was.
love them, but
Yeah.
damn, yeah. Well, you know, apart from your hardships of the European tour, it does sound like that there are like, well, there's obviously logistical issues coming in at the moment with doing European tours like a British band. How did you find the logistics of being able to tour and the actual touring in this kind of post-Brexit fucking shitstorm?
we just had to be like really careful with what we took. So we took some drum breakables, and we like bought like a massive bag that like doesn't look like a bag that I would own. It's like this big sort of bejeweled thing with like silver lining and like all this. It looks quite fancy, but we got it just because it was just about big enough to get like snare
Yeah. So
pedals and stuff. So we took that and cymbal case, and then everything else we just borrowed. So it was just taken through as little as we could. I mean, to be honest, like cost-wise, it made sense to bring as little as possible anyway.
Yeah.
And Pumpkin Records basically just kind of gave us what they had. So they gave us some guitars and some basses and stuff, and they're planning on building that. So there is going to be like a full kind of backline they can just give bands. So then it makes it easier for bands to come over that far east and things as well.
shout out to
yeah, so I think that was his idea. It was to sort of to see if it actually worked. So it's like, well, we took our stuff just in case, but the idea being is that it just everything's there. So in theory, you can get people over, bands over to fly. And it's quite cheap then. But he also didn't know what it was going to be like for like the venues and the people, whether people were actually going to turn up or not. So pretty much all 3 gigs were trial runs to see whether they actually worked or not. And it was nice because there was another lad in Romania who put the gig on Otto, and he said the same thing. It's like, well, I don't know if people are going to turn up. There's like 3 other things going on in the city. And afterwards he was like, yeah, amazing. We'll do it again then, because loads of people came out.
all round. It was Bucharest, and then the next thing was Veliko Tarnovo. So that's a town in Bulgaria.
It was the first non-jazz gig in like a decade there.
Yeah.
So they were kind of, we were, you know, people worried it wasn't going to have a good turnout. And
Fucking
like,
rammed.
you know, in the UK,
Rammed.
everyone's kind of milling around.
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
there's nobody there. Then
Yeah.
doors happen, you turn around, it's full. It's like
absolutely
magic
packed.
venues. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, really good. I was
Yeah.
really pleased that people actually came out.
Yeah.
I mean,
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Super happy to have like alternative bands over there, full stop. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a really cool scene.
that place in, what was it, VT? Yeah, when we turned up there, because it was like a jazzy place, there were some guys playing some jazz, and it was really cool. Just walk downstairs, and it's like,
And then there was a book club.
yeah, so we had to leave by 5.
Yeah.
We could drop our gear off, but we had to get out because the guy was
Yeah.
like, well, look, there's this book thing
Yeah.
going on
Some
for a
fancy
couple of hours.
Bulgarians flipping through some paperbacks.
So he
Yeah,
wasn't happy with the size of the amps when
No.
we first rocked
Well,
up.
these
He was
are
going,
Wembley?
yeah, it's not Wembley, and we're like, oh man, we're using them. But at the end of the night, he was just
happy.
happy as
Yeah,
anybody.
yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool.
And what did you do about your merch then? Did you bring merch over or?
Yeah, we brought basically the merch kind of wraps around all the drum bits, so that kind of helped
Okay,
protect
just
it.
Worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the idea is obviously like you sell some bits and then you've got less kind of weight to take back with you and all that sort of stuff, and it worked out quite well. So,
good.
just take shirts and CDs. We didn't take any records because that would have just gotten fucked up instantly.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. But it is a kind of, it's still kind of a bit fucked, isn't it? It's literally about like who you know, because you've got the contacts with Pumpkin Records and you know people that have instruments over there. It's like people that are actually wanting to go and tour, and if they don't know anyone, it's like...
Yeah, I think that's the idea though, is that it really can, or I think that's what Matt's hoping, is that he really can make it happen. It's like, well, you can get people over, you know, it can get bands over, and there should be crowds. You know, so it's,
That's kind of been our modus operandi for a while. Was just our MO, like going out there and just like when we went to the Baltic states and stuff, you know.
Is that what MO stands for?
Yeah. So like
Well,
modus
I
operandi.
never.
So it's like you know,
amazing.
not a lot of bands from the UK were going out to like the Baltic states, like going as far as like Norway and then like Finland and Latvia, Estonia, Lithuania, and we just said, well, let's just try, and then if it happens, then it kind of carves this pathway for other bands to say, okay, well, I know this venue will put us on. We'll just go out. We can. It's financially and just like it's just possible, and that's kind of what we just try to do. That's all we try to do is.
It's been pretty consistent as well. Like the Balkans, those Baltic states, like all of those kind of countries that are much further east within Europe. We've never had a bad gig there. Like sometimes the gigs are kind
I've
of
heard that about
yeah.
hardcore bands in
Yeah.
Eastern Europe.
amazing scene, and
yeah.
like sometimes the equipment is cobbled together, and sometimes you don't know exactly what's going
Like
to be
it
there.
is fucking here. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
In a different way.
You're rolling the dice a little bit more. Like we've had times where like we've played and someone's handed me like a really weird guitar and like a keyboard amp. It's like, there you go. It's like, I can't play hardcore through this, man.
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
hard.
yeah,
But like
yeah.
but they're giving you what they've got, and you can't ask for more than that. And
Yeah.
it always works out in the end. And it's just been, let's say you roll the dice a little bit there in terms of what you're playing through. But the gigs are always great. The crowds are always there,
Yeah.
and that's just been our experience. Like,
That's cool.
You appreciate it so much that it's almost impossible to play a bad show.
Yeah, mint.
yeah,
That's cool.
it is
Yeah.
nice.
And
You know,
we're very blessed and
a
privileged
few
to be able
hours
to do
of
it.
messing around of driving and flying, and you're in a completely different culture,
Yeah.
not really knowing how you're going to be received, and then it's just like, but every night it is good.
Yeah.
It is good. Like people all, people come up to you going, well, "Thanks for coming." So, well, thanks for coming as well.
Yeah,
'cause-
mate, yeah,
'cause,
yeah.
you couldn't do it, if
You
people
weren't
don't turn up. So
Yeah.
And plus,
About the music over there. Yeah. You
Yeah.
can just see it.
rock is the language of all. So even if we don't speak the same language, we can
beautiful.
play,
It's beautiful
and they
side.
give us the energy back, and it's like
Yeah.
we don't need to say anything.
Nah, it's nice, man.
done.
It's nice. And I think it just makes more of a statement that it's like this legislation bollocks like just isn't really going to stop kind of DIY music and punk music being spread across people, because it is it's a language that connects all of us, and I think that's just really lovely that that you guys are still doing that, and it's mint.
makes it harder / more annoying, but it's not going to stop it.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything's been hard and annoying because we're from Cornwall and we're like a million miles from anywhere. So it might as well be us to try and go as far as
Anyway,
Yeah. In it.
we played in Bucharest last weekend. It would take us the same amount of time pretty much to drive to Leeds. Like it sounds stupid saying out loud, but that's the truth, man. Like,
Fuck it then. Fine. May as
know?
well.
It's
May
like-
as well.
It's like 5 hours to London, 3 hour flight to get to Bucharest, or an
Yeah.
8 hour drive to Leeds.
Yeah.
What's in it? Like,
a couple of mates back in Ember flew to Sofia to watch us because it was cheaper than coming to Cornwall.
Was that like Ember and that? Yeah.
Emma Molotov flew from London to Sofia, Bulgaria, because it was cheaper than driving to Cornwall and watching us in Cornwall.
That's
bullshit.
Bollocks, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolute fucking bollocks.
Broken. What the fuck?
Yeah. Planet's dying.
Their flights are about the same as my train to Devon.
Oh my god, from Cornwall.
Yeah, literally.
Yo! Oh my god, like, yeah.
So yeah, Eastern European touring is the way to go.
Yeah. So anyone down south that wants to fucking go see Rash Decision, go to Europe and go see them there.
Much easier.
Mad, that is mad.
Yeah.
But then also
in Serbia.
Yeah, hardcore as fuck, mate.
In a field, just like
in it. There's no fields in Serbia.
There's loads of fields in Serbia.
Oh wait, I'm thinking of Siberia. Yeah. I thought you were saying like just mad snow. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. My geography is terrible. I was thinking though, Siberia, that'd be cool. No,
I genuinely think Siberia's on the cards, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. With what Matt's been talking about, he's talking about Greece and Siberia, and so fucking give it a year.
Mad. Sick. Well.
Yeah,
mint. Yeah. That's very cool. Very cool.
Let's crack it out.
But then also got a new member in Rash Decisions. Hello, my dear. How are you finding being in Rash Decisions? Don't worry about them. Go on. How is it really?
Bully me all the time. No, it's been real cool. These guys have obviously been doing what they do for a very, very long time. So it's I didn't think it was too weird slotting in, coming in. It's
pretty easy.
Yeah, they're all pretty chill guys, aren't you? For the most part.
We put him in the work. This poor guy gave him this giant set list and was like, learn it. And it was like, cool, cheers for playing your first show with us. Bulgaria?
Yeah.
The first gig was supporting Madball, wasn't it? Which was that was a big first gig, main sport.
Madball, no pressure.
So don't fuck up.
Thrown in the deep end though.
Sold out ages ago, by the way.
Yeah.
Just like
ever since that one, all the other gigs just. No pressure now.
Easy. Yeah, no, that's cool.
He's a workhorse. Give him stuff to do, and you're obviously making the time to learn it independently, and then coming prepared to practice and stuff. And it's a lot of work. There's a lot of material, and all the songs aren't that easy to just pick up. So.
Yeah, even if they're short songs, they might have 5 or 6 riffs.
Exactly.
In that.
You pack it in.
Exactly.
It in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we feel very, very lucky and happy.
You never get bored playing it though, right? I never feel.
I'm over it, man. I'm this close to joining a ska band.
Oh my god!
Just for a change.
Well, you can come tomorrow and see what's going on. There's a lot of ska on the fucking lineup.
I take that back immediately.
Don't tell Harajan. Oh my god.
We're pretty much 900 gigs deep now with this band. So
90% ska. I was like, what?
We're 100% ska now. Yeah. No, we're about 900 gigs deep now. So yeah.
Wow, that's
I've done
intense.
7.
Exactly. So this is why Stellan enjoying himself.
Yeah.
I'm having a great time.
It's been 82 years.
But then also, alongside Rash Decision, you run a podcast, don't you, called Seabin.
I do.
And I thought it was a mint one that you did at Manchester Punk Festival with Sarah from Shout Louder, who's a lovely bean. Always shout out Sarah, she's fucking sick.
And Pascod from Bangers was also there.
Yeah. So how's stuff with the podcast going?
Good. It's I've been taking a little bit of a sabbatical, not too much, but I did it every week for about 2 years, and it was really easy during lockdown, and then it was kind of easy afterwards because everyone was still kind of didn't know what to do. But now everyone's got back to the rat race. So finding someone to kind of sit down with me for an hour every week has become a bit of a challenge, and even for me because I'm now working full time and we're touring again really heavily. But still cracking on, and really appreciate everyone's support after all this time. And it's a nice little outlet. I get to catch up with all my friends I don't get to see very often, and make people laugh, hopefully. So it's been a real nice thing to have in the background, and I appreciate you saying what you said. That was nice.
No, it's all good, mate. It's got a lovely vibe to it. It's very nice just to kind of feel like you've got mates talking with you in the background.
Exactly.
I like that.
Yeah, I hear that a lot because people will say I put it on the train because I just hear my friends have conversations.
Yeah, it's nice.
and a lot of podcasts will like play music along with it and stuff, and I just wanted it to be like just like, and we don't even really talk about a lot of heavy stuff, just kind of like separate yourself from that, have a nice conversation, chill, and kind of rant, but in a positive way.
Yeah, no, it's really that's really nice. It's good to have a bit of difference, because sometimes it can feel a little bit like issues that you shout about on stage. It's like, it's so good to talk about these serious issues that need to be talked about, but sometimes you just need a little bit of like bit of chill.
Yeah, and also there's an aspect of like, you know, preaching to the choir, because you know, everyone in this gig, most of us, I assume, share the same sort of beliefs and
I mean, especially at 0161, it's not like it's a, you know.
So like, if I was on a podcast and if the show every week was just like, races are bad, and then it's like, we all know that.
Yeah,
like,
we know this shit.
That's why I have that rule at the start. It's like, we all agree on this. Let's just like talk about something else.
Yeah, it's not always about a debate. Sometimes it's just about creating a nice
and not like avoiding the topic. It's just being like, we talk about that all the time. Let's just like put our feet up for a second.
Yeah. No, it's very needed. Like, it's nice. It's a very cool podcast. I enjoy it a lot. And what have you guys got planned next? Any new music? Any gigs coming up? Anything you're excited about?
We've got, we're playing Crap Fest in July. We're doing, I can't announce a thing, in October.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Little bits and pieces here and there, but we've got kind of like, as from tomorrow, we've got like a little break, and we're going to try and start writing some new stuff. So as we said before, like, some of these songs have been with us for a couple of years now, so I'm really excited to just push on with some new stuff. So writing sessions are coming up, which is good.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's really exciting.
Watch this space.
Yeah, cool.
Big things coming.
Yeah, man. Buzzing.
Not just me. I'm also coming.
And we'll leave it there. No, I'm
I'm going to put this back on my head.
Yeah. We all take turns at being the fucking dimp.
The dog food dunce cap. Good band name, that, actually. Dog food.
Yeah. Very good. Yeah, I'll add that to my band name list. Yeah, very cool. And also, just kind of a last question to kind of wrap this up is, what who are you excited about seeing at 0161, or is there anyone that you've seen today that you've been like massively? Yeah, I know. I was like going off. Yeah, we should go and see them.
Really good as well. Decultivate. They were fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like, really
Shooting
good.
Daggers.
Shooting Daggers is gonna be amazing.
Obviously, Oi Polloi as well.
Yeah.
And migraines.
Man, migraines are class, man.
Fuck the migraines.
A bunch of times.
Fuck Matty Cabbage.
Not getting any better.
You owe me money, man.
Start arresting beef for Matty Cabbage. Come here and talk to me. I'll put you over my knee.
Me and Dean both like box, and we have sort of like talked about doing like a boxing match as a sort of charity thing at some point.
Against migraines. That would be
I was going to say me versus Dean, but actually,
God.
fucking yeah.
That would be incredible. Oh my God.
Execution.
Yeah. I feel like you would just like Donkey Kong like.
I don't know. I think it'd just like kind of bounce everywhere, like in just like Super Mario or whatever.
He would bounce. Yeah.
He'd just be like climbing up curtains and stuff.
I think
me and Dean swinging really slowly.
In it, Matty Cabbage is going to be the one like laughing at the end when we're all like he's going to be the last one standing.
We could kill him. He'd still be laughing at us.
Yeah. So true. Yeah. Well, nice one, lovely people. Well, that was mint. Should we just go and see Going Off then?
Let's do it.
Yeah. Mint.
I might get some chips.
Okay, well, on that note...
Need chips, man.
I know, please put the dog food away and don't get any chips. Oh my God,
just dip the chips.
Yeah. Thank you, though. I really appreciate the interview. Like, absolutely smashed it. Mint set, and I look forward to seeing what you guys have in future.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Cool.
Bye.
Bye. Mwah. Sick.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks.
Bye.